How is it going, team? You might be here because you like new gear. So I'm just going to run you through about 6 items of gear that I recently started using and whether or not they have passed or failed the hiking test. I'm going to ignore the elephant in the room and go with something a little smaller. So this is by Hydropac. It is called a tube magnet. So basically this is for your water bladder. So one end will attach to the strap of your backpack and the other end will attach to the hose of your water bladder. And the idea is that you can very quickly get the hose of your bladder to take a drink and very quickly snap it back. I really wanted to like this. I think it's such a cool idea. The problem that I had when I used it was I think I spent so much time like with my hands up, like filming and then putting my camera back into its clip that I kind of just kept knocking it. So almost for me, I feel like it needs an industrial strength magnet because it just kept coming off and I ended up just putting my regular bladder clip back on. But for you, that might not be a problem. I think I really do just kind of hike all over the place with my arms. So again, I really wanted to like it, but I don't think it is going to pass the test. The next item on my list is a stuff sack pillow. So I have wanted one of these for about a year now. So this one is by Hyperlight Mountain Gear. It looks like a regular kind of dry bag. So you open up the zip and then inside one of the edges is lined with really soft fleece. During the daytime, you use it as a regular dry bag. Then at nighttime, you can turn it inside out and put in some clothing. So then it becomes a pillow. The main reason that I was looking at getting this was because I was starting to get sick of my little Sea to Summer inflatable pillow. I did some calculations about one of my dry bags and my pillow. If I removed those two and replaced it with this, would I save or gain any weight? And I actually saved some weight. And I tend to sleep on a very flat pillow anyway. Let me get my pillow. I'm going to show you. This is my pillow in real life. If I have a pillow that is too big, I will just sleep on no pillow because I think it's more comfy. Then I'm puffed from running up the stairs. So I do like a very thin pillow, so I really only need one item of clothing to put in that dry bag. The seams are fully taped. The zipper is a water-resistant zipper. It weighs 48 grams and the dimensions are 30.5 centimeters times 43.2 centimeters. So this one definitely passes the test. Okay, onto this bad boy. This is my tent. It is the Durston Gear X Mid Pro. So some of you might be familiar that I've been using the X Mid 1 and the X Mid 2 for the past couple of years now. So that's the 1-person tent and the 2-person tent. And the difference with this one is that it is made out of Dyneema fabric and it is a single wall tent. Its typical tent weight, like including the pegs and including the stuff sack, is about 544 grams. So I pretty much, for me, shaved off at least another 500 grams off my base weight. And I do love my other tents, so I was like, it's basically the same, but just lighter. So I have just been on one trip with this so far, and I stayed completely dry. But no, I don't really have anything bad to say about the X Mid tents, whether it's the regular version or the Pro version. I think they're so well designed, there's always so much space in them, so this one is definitely a pass. Alright, next item. This is kind of more of like a fun accessory. It is basically a mosquito band. So it's by the brand Parakeeto. It comes in all different colors. It has like a Velcro strap, and you actually get little refills to put inside that keeps the mosquitoes away. So when you put in the refill, they are meant to last about 15 days from the day that you open it. And it's using essential oil diffusion as its way to repel the mosquitoes. So this has come along with me for the past 4 hikes. The only trouble I am discovering is, has it worked and I haven't been bitten by a mosquito, or has there just not been any mosquitoes around? So I'm kind of still in the testing phase of whether or not this actually works. Item number 5 is a layer of clothing. My ultimate goal is for my warmest layer one day will be a puffer jacket, a down jacket. I just have never gotten around to properly researching, or it's just never been the right time where I'm like, yep, I'm gonna buy a down jacket today. So I keep just either using jackets I already have in my cupboard, or I've had this jacket for about 2 years, almost 2 years, and I only just started wearing it on some hikes. So this is by MacPac. It is called a MacPac Pisa jacket. MacPac make a jacket called a nitro pullover, which is really popular for its warmth to weight ratio. And this jacket uses the exact same material on the inside as that pullover, but then it has almost like a shell on the outside. So it's not waterproof, but it is just a nice, like soft, warm layer to have. So I'm currently using this as my warmest layer. I've got my thermal top on the bottom, then my lightweight fleece jacket, then I will have this jacket. So again, I'll just read you a few little facts about it. So this jacket is part of the Alpine series, which is a partnership that MacPac have with the New Zealand Alpine team. It packs down into its own hand pocket. It's got a DWR finish. A size 10 weighs about 310 grams. And you can obviously get them in male or female. For me, it's a yes for now, but knowing in the future that I will be updating this jacket with a down jacket. This big thing that is on the table. This quilt was actually sent to me by Neve Gear. They're an Australian company making ultralight quilts and sleeping bags. I was quite happy using my sleeping bag. I'd always thought about having a quilt, but for me to buy one and then not like it kind of wasn't worth it for me. So when the opportunity came that I could try one out at no cost, of course I was going to say yes. I will say I do love it. I did get this the same rating as my sleeping bag, which is minus 10 degrees. So Neve Gear, when you go on their website, you can basically customize the quilt that you want. You can choose the colors, both the inside and the outside, and you can choose the temperature rating that you want your quilt to be. It comes with its stuff sack, of course, the clips to go behind your sleeping mat, and the storage sack for when you are not hiking. I was able to shave off 300 to 400 grams from my other sleeping bag that had the same temperature rating. So of course I was really happy about that. Some people might not need a minus 10 degree quilt. That might be a bit excessive for them, but I just love being warm. The real test will be when it gets a bit colder, but then again is probably more down to the R value of my sleeping mat if it is colder. But yeah, I will continue to use this. I'm even getting like warm just like sitting here with it on my lap. So it has replaced my sleeping bag, basically because it's lighter to carry for the same amount of warmth. This is a pass. While I've still got you here, they do say that if you don't ask, then they'll never know. So I'm going to ask if you would consider subscribing. It is my mission by the end of this year to reach 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So hopefully we can do that together. If you've got some of your own gear that you're excited about, write it in the comments below. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.